If you want to, or if you can, make sure to go and support me on my Ko-Fi page, TikTok, and on my itch.io page. Links are all in the description below. So I wanted to make this video as a sort of mini apology video because of the fact that I don't know if you guys have most likely heard that recently, like a few weeks ago, I believe, as of me recording this video, I released some new projects, some new game dev related projects. Those were Grotpedia, Infopodica, and PCmation. And I say release in quotation marks because of the fact that I would not call this a release, and that's the main reason why I'm even making this apology video. Now, the main reason why I'm making this apology video is, of course, that, but also because of the fact that I was hyping up these projects to be something big, something special, and I really had that in mind, you know? I really had that in mind. I really had a game in mind where I would go and just, you know, put all my knowledge, work, effort, everything, you know, into that game and just release it, and that game would be like a display of everything that I am capable of and that I know so far as of now. And well, you might notice that I said a game, but I released 3 different games. Well, yeah, the plan was to release only one big good game, but I don't know why and I don't know how, but I just thought that it would be a good idea if I released more games at once. And I guess the thought process that I had was that if I release more games, that like there would be more content. But in a way, as I've started to do that, I've fallen back to my old ways. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that I started to prioritize the amount of content I made over the quality of the content I made on itch.io. I'm talking specifically about itch.io right now. I'm not talking about my other socials. And I realized that I was going back to my old ways and that this was not gonna end good. And yep, it did not end good. I mean, even like a week or two before the game was released, even actually like a few weeks before these games were released, I had a terrible feeling because I knew that I had messed up severely and that, man, I just had not done the right choice at all, because instead of just focusing all my knowledge, all my work, all my effort into one big, I guess, it doesn't have to be big, but just on one nice, polished, actually good game project, I basically split up my work between 3 different projects, which meant that I was sort of overwhelmed, I was overdrawn, I was sort of stressed out, although not really, and just overall I was overworked, and all of this work on these 3 different projects now had to be split up. So instead of me having loads of time to work on one big, nice, cool, fun, actually good, polished project that I could then use as a basis to update and improve further on, I basically made 3 half-hearted, half-finished games which aren't even good, or I wouldn't even consider games at all. These are just apps and like tinkering apps. These aren't even like games. I wouldn't even consider these games, which isn't a bad thing, but what I'm trying to say is that they completely missed the point of what I was trying to make, and because of how overwhelmed and because of how rushed I was, and also all the other smaller issues like, you know, me forgetting my laptop charger while going to my homeland, or the delays or the corruption that happened on the first PCmation project that I was working on. And so all of the things that I just said in this video, all the reasons and stuff, all of them combined together now resulted in this, a horrible mess of a game dev project that I was hyping up to be like the next big game that I was gonna release, when in fact it was honestly worse than the first 3 games that I've released on my HIO. And that's why I wanted to apologize to everyone. I wanted to sincerely apologize to everyone because, and now I feel like I've cheaped you guys out. I feel like I've stolen from you guys. I feel like I've cheaped out on you guys. But now, after I've released it, after I've seen what I've done, after I've realized my ways, and after I've truly had like some time to like think this entire situation through, I think it's best that I just delete PCmation. I release a few more smaller updates, like 1 or 2 more smaller updates for Infopodic or Godotpedia, and then just completely start over again with how I plan things, and just from now on only work on one big project and actually think through about what I'm doing before I make decisions like I've just done right here, instead of just rushing decisions and then ending up with failed projects like these. So yeah, that's the main reason why I'll be deleting PCmation. It's because it's already way too ambitious, and instead of just working on a project that I know is way too ambitious for me and I know I won't finish probably anytime soon, and just at the same time, instead of risking legal issues down the line and whatnot, I'll just delete PCmation. I'll release like an update or 2, maybe 3, for Infopodic and Godotpedia, especially for Infopodic, as I do have a few more animations and maps and stuff I need to add. And then I will just completely start over again, and I will completely rethink the structural way, or like the thought process of how I make my games, and you know, how I work on them and so on, so that it's way more efficient and so that mistakes like this will never happen again. So yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. That's pretty much everything I had to say. Once again, I am so terribly sorry. Like, actually words cannot explain how horrible I feel about this, because I genuinely feel so bad, because I really feel like I just steal from you guys. I really feel like I cheaped out on you guys and like just betrayed you all, because I was hyping up this project so much. It wouldn't be such an issue if I wasn't hyping it up, or if I was saying like this is not gonna be a good project or something like that. But I was like completely hyping this project up like it was gonna be something big, and then it just turned out, you know, to be an absolute abomination. And yeah, we're here now. We're here in this situation. But yeah, that's it for this video. For the final time, I am extremely sorry. I hope you guys can forgive me, and I hope you guys can trust me on my words when I say that I have learned my ways and that I will not make the same mistakes that I've done now ever again.